So the video this week, we're going to stay with the Dowel stretches. We're going to check out 3 new stretches in this series. So what we're going to look at today is a little hamstring stretch with the Dowel, a little shoulder anterior stretch for that anterior rotator cuff, anterior joint capsule, and then we'll do what we coined in here is a shoulder dislocator, which is some shoulder mobility work if we're able to, if we're not having pain. Just working on some mobility again in that shoulder. So, hamstring stretch. Stick here is on the back. We want to have 3 points of contact. You want the head, the thoracic spine or the back, and your rear end on that stick at all times as you go over. So, what that guy will look like is a little hamstring stretch as we go over. The knees can be soft, slightly bent, and you go over until you feel that stretch in those hammies, and we hold. That 3 times 15 seconds, 3 to 5 reps, 15 to 30 seconds should be sufficient. Again, we want to make sure that everything stays in contact as we go over. As we do that, we do not want the rear end to lose contact with that stick. That means that pelvis is breaking down. We're not holding that tummy tight. So as we go over, and if that pelvis starts to flatten out, you'll see that stick come off the rear end and even the back. So we're not protecting that back. We're not getting any hamstring stretch. We've got that gap in here, so that rear end and that pelvis should be locked in nice and tight. So I've got a straight line, head, back, and rear end is on that stick the whole time. Here, and as we go over here. So there's our nice straight line. Boom to boom. A little bit different angle. There. So that's that hamstring stretch. So moving into the shoulder, that anterior shoulder stretch. You've seen this before. You may have seen or heard it called a towel stretch because you can't do it with the towel. We're just going to stick with the dowel. So all you're going to do is grab that guy, and you've seen this before. You'll grab one hand below, one hand above. And yes, you can do that nice little tricep stretch if you want to on that side. Get a little bit of a posterior cuff stretch, not much. But what we're really focusing on is the hand that's down, that internal and adduction of the shoulder. We're going to grab and we're going to pull up. So we're getting that nice anterior capsule, anterior rotator cuff stretch. From behind, you'll see it. Pulling up and relax. So pull up and relax. Switch hands so you can see what the right hand looks like. And as we pull up, it's right there. And then. So nice anterior rotator cuff capsule stretch. Pulling up. You'll see that internal rotation and that adduction of the shoulder. So that's that stretch again, 3 to 5, 15 to 30 seconds. Whatever your stretching routine is, you can add that shoulder stretch. And then what we call shoulder dislocator. It's just an over and back with the stick. Again, working on a little bit of mobility of that shoulder. Ideally, you would like to be in kind of that snatch grip, which is about 90 degrees here, so that snatch grip. So when you do that little snatch and you're overhead, so maybe a little wider. But that's kind of the grip we would love to be able to do this shoulder stretch in. You can see I got stuck, and I'm really trying to do some modifications in my shoulder because it's a little close for me, a little bit of shoulder pain. So all you would do is just slide those hands back and go a little wider. You don't want to push through a whole bunch of discomfort and pain. You go as wide as you need to go to get that stick over and back. Again, as you do the stretch, let's just say 7 to 10 times, you'll be able to move those hands closer. You'll be able to work through a little bit more mobility. So, and then again, as you do the stretch, you would like to be able to get close to about that 90-degree grip, but on the stick with a straight arm would be out here. So there and back. So that's a little mobility work you can do with the shoulder with the stick. But again, there's 3 stretches. That hamstring stretch that we started with. Then we moved right into that shoulder anterior cuff stretch, and then that little shoulder dislocator. So try those 3, add them on. You can go back and check all those videos there, and the Dowel stretches we started with last week are there on Facebook page, on the YouTube channel, and they're coming out in that weekly email. So check that, add it to your program.